Revelations chapter 1, verse 1.
Ignore this guy.
For the sake of the camera, we use the Bible because it's our history, all right? That's the simple answer. It's our history. Okay? This is the gospel of Israel. Okay? The gospel of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The only thing this book has to say about the other nations is the condemnation and destruction and slavery that's coming to them. Alright? This is not a white man's book, because that's what he's getting at. Well, why do we use the Bible? We're cursing out the white man, but we're using his book. We ain't using the white man's book. Alright? This is our history.
We just read it. What has out of this?
And it gets into the other nations. But what does it have to say about the other nations besides the fact that they're spittle? They're nothing. Alright? You white people are nothing but devils. Demons. Alright? It don't matter about your color. It has nothing to do with your color. It has to do with your spirit. Alright? You don't know nothing. So don't even talk. Alright? Don't talk. Go ahead.
The sky is white, alright? This billboard part of that's white. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Shalak Rayam. That means go to fucking hell. You. Yes. All you little niggas. Alright? All you little fucking niggas. Yeah, your mother.
Revelations chapter 1, verse 1. The revelations of Yahushua, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Yep.
And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
That's right. He was showing John things. He revealed all kinds of things, all right? And also, and we're going to read, it reveals what Yahushua looked like, all right? And it did not look like that. This ain't the only image that they show, but this is the main one fucking push out there. You got icons of there being a black Yahushua.
It says, verse 2, who bear record of the word of the Most High, and of the testimony of Yahushua, and of all things that he saw. Verse 3, blessed is he that readeth.
Yeah, blessed is he that readeth. All right, that's, you need to read, man. It's in the Bible. Look up word. He didn't have his Bible out. All he had to do was read the sign. He wasn't blessed because he didn't fucking read. It says right there, read Job 13:30, Revelation 1:13.
The word read means to comprehend, which the word comprehend means to understand. So if you had a spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on you, while you read these verses in the Bible, you should gain understanding, okay? Got a precept? Proverbs 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. With all thy getting, get understanding.
Right, get understanding. That's what you people don't have. That's what we're out here to do, to teach you understanding. All right, because you might know some stuff, you might have some wisdom, but you need to get understanding. All right, you need to look in these scriptures to get the understanding, to break it down, to become a teacher. All right, it's one thing to know something. All right, to know that maybe, you know, to know, okay, well, he wasn't white. But then you need to understand why. Why is this image up here? You need to understand that in the Bible it tells you that he was a so-called Negro. All right? You need to understand that. You need to comprehend that. Good.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein. Yep. For the time is at hand.
Yep. Time is at hand, the destruction of America. Go ahead. Yeah, go right there.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
A garment down to the foot, not a Roman tioga. All right? All you so-called white people, listen up. Or your beloved Cesare Borgia, or who you call Jesus Christ, is not a white man, all right? You fucking 2/3, you Latinos. You Latinos are heavy in this fucking image, man.
One like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Right, a golden girdle. All right, go ahead.
His
type
head,
of armor. Go ahead.
His hair and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool. All right, his hairs refers to his beard. All right, and his head is, all right, is his hair, right? His head and his hairs. The hairs is an old English term for beard, right? So it says white like wool. Wool in the texture is what? It's got like a, you know, who here has woolly-like texture, man? That ain't woolly. That's long, stringy. All right. First off, it's a shame for a man to have long hair, so you know that's going on. So just alone, this depiction, all right, we're not saying that this is what he looks like, but we're saying that this is a closer depiction to what he looks like. White and woolly hair, referring to gray hair, all right? And don't say, oh, well, it wasn't gray, all right? Because when you get up in age, gray hairs, I know my uncle, all right, his hair is white. So I mean, he was up in age, man. Go ahead.
His head and hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Yep.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace.
Right, his feet like unto fine brass, because remember now, he was wearing a garment. So you really couldn't see what his whole body looked like, but you could see what his feet looked like. And instead of fine brass, you know, as if it burned in a furnace, so it was dark skin. Go ahead.
His hand and his hairs were white like wool, it's like in verse 15, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace. And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Yep, dark voice. Good.
And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp two-edged sword, and his countenance was as the sun shineth in his strength.
That's right.
Yeah, so he had a glow.
That's right. Now, yeah,
It's Matthew's 24 and 39. I'll start at 38. Whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
right, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, till the day that the flood was about to come. So even though it doesn't say that Noah warned up all the way until the day, he kept warning the people all the way down. Don't quote me, but yeah, Noah warned, all right, the people, and they were still eating and drinking. They were still giving into marriage, all right? They were still thinking about what they're going to do in the upcoming years, or what they thought they were going to be doing. Like these people now, trying to open up big businesses, trying to get a franchise going.
Go back to school.
Yeah. You know, the people, fucking assholes be thinking, oh, you know, it's a good time to go back to school now, you know, get my degree. You know, they're thinking, well, you know, the way things are going, you can't have a degree, you can't get a job unless you have a degree. So now people, oh, you know, we might as well go to school. It's not a time for that, right? What?
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
Yep. And until the flood, they still didn't know until the flood finally came and took these. Just like the flood, this modern day flood is going to be these missiles, all right? It's going to be the fire. And it's going to consume all you people, man, all you people, all right? Except for the elect and the 1/3. All right, but as far as you 2/3, you so-called white people, all right, you Chinese, you Japanese, Arabs, East Indians, all right, Africans, you're going to be consumed by this fire. That's what we're out here to proclaim. What?
Then shall 2 be in the field, the one shall be taken.
Right. This shows that not everyone's going to be saved, all right? Not everyone's going to escape this destruction, all right? It's a select few. The Lord's only looking for a select few. That's why I made this. Go ahead. That's why I said this. Go ahead.
Then shall 2 be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left.
See, the other left. Left for what? Left for the missile. All right? Left for slavery. Go ahead.
2 women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left.
Right, so 2/3, man, 2/3 aren't gonna escape this destruction. A lot of you 2/3 that are up there in the musical industry, all right, Jay-Z, Kanye West, you ain't gonna escape this this destruction because you made a covenant with Esau. Go ahead.
It says, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come.
Right, that's what we're doing. We're watching. They ain't watching. Get a picture of these assholes over here. This is the first time they've been out in like over a month now. 2 months. And if they did come out in that 3-month span, it was one time, and it was only for maybe an hour. And now all of a sudden they want to come out and try to warn the people.
It's like 50 degrees, right?
Yeah,
like
60 degrees. It's right in that range. But we were out here week after week, summer, all right, winter, sleet, rain, snow. We were out here, right, warning you people. And that's our job, all right? Go ahead.
But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
Right, that's the problem with you people. You lack faith. Because you can't see it, all right, because it's not evident that, I mean, it's gonna happen, but because you can't really see it, that's why you ain't be taking heed to the word. Because if you knew a thief was coming to your house, all right, would you not stand and watch and make sure you didn't get robbed? Yeah. So just like Yahweh Shai is coming like a thief, because you ain't gonna know what hour he comes. That's why we're all on our toes, man.
Because you're unprepared.
Exactly. You gotta lock down and get prepared with this thing, man. Because then you don't know when it's gonna come. So right now is a time that you brothers cannot be fucking up, man. Get in this thing, get in deep, all right? Nothing in here or in the society. That's it? Yeah.
It says, therefore, be ye also ready.
Yeah, and we are ready, all right? We're getting prepared, man. We're putting on our garments, man. Getting ready for the time of Yahweh Shai, so we can't be messing up out here. All right, we're prophets, we're teachers. We're not like the scribes and Pharisees of old, or these scribes and Pharisees of new, because that's what they are. They're proclaiming, and they're pretty much being wicked, all right?
For in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man cometh.
Yep.
Who then is faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Yeah, we're laboring, man. We're out here doing what's required of us, man. And it don't stop just here, all right? We're constantly in these scriptures, constantly giving praises to the Lord, constantly praying for this place to be destroyed, all right?
Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods.
Yep. Rule over all his goods. Yep, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai.
But if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken.
Yep. So what's that? That's your people that don't believe that Yahweh Shai is coming back. That don't believe America's gonna be destroyed, or think that it's not gonna be in this lifetime. To have that mindset, well, it ain't gonna happen now.
Well, that's General Yohana.
Yeah.
All right, because he took that long break.
Yep.
And it's Yogi Bear, whatever you call him, Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear, he said something about 10 years.
You got people
like gonna be here in 10 years.
You got people falling out back then and now trying to get back in because they see really the prophecies coming to pass. Or brothers that they had the truth, all right, they haven't yet come out. You gotta come out, man. Find with the camp. Get with the camp, and listen to them. If it be the spirit, they come in the camp. So you gotta get out here and proclaim the truth, because that's your job. That's what you're working up to do, to preach the word. So go ahead.
The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him.
Yep.
And in an hour that he is not aware of.
Yeah, Slaki. So Yogi Bear, aka Queen of 2/3, when his ass is in the house, Yahweh Shai could have came, And he would have had blood on his hands. The Lord would have put him to death.
You know that nigga probably out today.
Oh, it's warm, It's above 50 degrees, so he said it was stupid to go out 20, even 30 degrees. To work. So like the other said, like we can see, we know he's not of the elect.
And shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Well, he's going to share in a portion of the hypocrites, okay? Because he says that the 14th true Israelite, Yogi Bear, he says that he's an Israelite and he believes in the Most High.
Wow.
But yet he's not willing to go out in 20 and 30 degree weather. That's not a man in the Lord. That's not a diligent man. That's a false prophet.
Hey,
like these guys across the street.
The scripture said, no